Okay, so first things first, we're gonna make a chia egg. So you're gonna grab 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, toss it in a blender or mortar and pestle, and just grind those suckers down. And then add 2.5 tablespoons of water. Go ahead and stir, and then you're gonna set aside for at least 5 minutes until it hardens. Okay, while that's doing its thing, we're gonna make some lentils. And when I do my lentils, I'll do a little bit of salt, pepper. Brown rice, same thing, salt, pepper. Let it simmer. Once it starts simmering, mix it up, toss a lid. Same thing with the rice, mix it up, toss a lid on there. And we're gonna let those cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, next up, we're gonna make our filling for the meatballs. So let's start off with around 6 to 8 cloves of garlic. I like to do a bunch of garlic. You can kind of modify it as it goes. So peel those suckers, and then I want you to really finely chop them. If you have a food processor, even better. Toss the onions and the garlic in there and get them super fine, but I didn't have one, so I just went with my sharp chef's knife. Again, same thing with the onions, cut them down real thin. I used about 75% of a whole onion here. All right, next up is the parsley. You can also do fresh dill here, but I went with parsley because that's all I had for the moment, but any fresh herb will work great in this situation. Then we're gonna add our impossible meat, just toss it in there. Next up is gonna be, I think, our panko breadcrumbs. Yep, a little bit of panko breadcrumbs. Now we're gonna add our chia egg. So this is to kind of give it some nice structure and consistency. It's basically subbing a regular egg. Now it's time for the seasoning. A little salt, black pepper, turmeric, cumin, and red pepper. A little bit of dill as well. Okay, so here's the secret ingredient. It's gonna be veggie broth. In this case, I actually use some miso broth to give it some umami flavor. Okay, go ahead and wet your hands and just shake it all up, mix it up real nice. I like using my hands because you can really get in there. There's no substitute for the evolved hands of man. By the time you're done with the meatballs, rice and lentils should be ready. Go ahead and drain the water, add your lentils to your rice, mix it all up, and then we're gonna season a little bit. So I did a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of dill, and that's about it. Feel free to kind of do whatever you want in this rice. It's made to be customized. Once we're done with the rice, we're gonna go ahead and form the meatballs. I have a cup of water on the side to make sure I have enough water and moisture on my hands so that the meat and the filling does not stick to my hand as I make my meatballs. Look at those suckers. Make sure you clean as you go, very important. But yeah, those look great. Okay, next up, let's get the oil on the cast iron or pan or whatever you got going on. You can even oven roast these. I did both just to see, and you'll see later in the video what that looks like. So I'm gonna toss them on there after the oil is nice and hot. And then I'm gonna wait until I see a little bit of browning coming over the edges, just like that. Nice slow motion browning there. Once I see that, that's my signal to flip. And kind of be gentle with these bad boys. They might fall apart, they shouldn't, but you never know. Things are crazy. All right, I'm gonna flip all of them over. Got my oven set to 425 degrees. I'm gonna pop them in there for 10 to 20 minutes. All right, next up, we're gonna make our Shirazi salad. This is a consistent side salad in all of my Middle Eastern dishes because it's so flavorful. All right, we got our cucumbers. Dice those up real nice and thin. Then we got our raw onion. Lots of onion going on in these dishes as well. Next up, parsley. Again, feel free to, add some tarragon, whatever you got. Any greens, any delicious herbs. Put them in these salads. Little Kumamoto tomatoes. Very delicious. Let's do some lemon juice in there. I did kind of like half a lemon. Olive oil, salt, pepper, sesame seeds. Yeah, there it is. We're good. And then once you get all those things in there, shake it up, mix it up, real nice. Okay, look at these. Wow, check out that browning. Looks great. Fun fact, you actually want to make sure you cook your incredible meat to at least 160 to 165 degrees internal temperature. I'm not 100% sure why, but that's what the official blog says, so I wouldn't mess with that. And then, you know me, I love me a nice garnish, so green onions and jalapenos for my garnish. You can do whatever you want for your garnish, you know, but put something on top. Make it nice or make it twice, as I say. Okay, let's go ahead and plate it up. So you have a cup of the brown lentil rice, 4 of our vegan meatballs, the koofteh, and then the side Shirazi salad. And then lastly, I'm gonna add my green onions, jalapenos, and sesame seeds. You know, take pride in your work, make it look good. There it is, beautiful. All right, let's take a look at the macros. Pretty good looking macros here. Around 629 calories, 30 grams of protein, 70 carbs. What does that say? What's the fat say? 24 grams of fat. So that's if you did 4 meatballs. So I think I averaged it out. I think each meatball is around 8 grams of protein, and I yielded around 15 meatballs from this recipe. So have fun, enjoy. Again, subscribe, like, and comment. That way the algorithm picks up my video and, you know, I get famous and stuff like that. Okay, great. Bye.